Hi and welcome to Movies Remastered. Now, I'm not going to do the Rise of Skywalker in today's video, but I will definitely get back to that in my next video. Today I want to do the follow-up video to my Mandalorian. So if you haven't seen the current Mandalorian episode of Season 2, then there are spoilers ahead. I want to try and eliminate those problems that went viral in the last video. So if you haven't seen that one, check this one out. But I'm just going to give you a walkthrough. But before then, I want to say that one of my new favourite characters of all time, can you guess what it is? Is it Ahsoka? No, it's T-shirt dude. This guy. I can't believe this got through edits, but that guy is obviously going to be famous, and I can't wait to see his action figures soon. Also, did you get to see the I don't know what's it called, a weasel or a meerkat? Did you see in the concept art at the end of that episode that he was actually supposed to be breathing fire, which I thought was a great concept. So hopefully that little creature is going to come back. But today we're going to talk about, now the reason why I delayed this is because I thought we were going to get the name for the child. I heard there was going to be a rumour, and so we have. The fact that I was calling the child Baby Yoda, and loads of other people were, it seemed, you know, we were all calling it, well, most of us were calling it Baby Yoda, but it seems to be really upsetting a lot of precious Star Wars fans at the moment, including my old boss Chris. So for you, mate, I'm going to basically call it Baby Yoda for the last episode only. But for those people that didn't know, Screen Crush tried to call it this.
Gorgu.
Han Solo even gave it a go. But the baby's name's actually Grogu. But like I said, for today's video, I'm still going to call it Baby Yoda just to wind up my old boss. But we will continue from then on. So let's jump into today's video where I'm going to show you how I fixed the last episode. So we've got the Frog Lady's eggs. Now these are unfertilized, as we heard.
She needs her eggs fertilized by the equinox or her line will end.
So for all of those people that were kicking off that weren't vegan and were really screaming on Twitter and things like that, saying that these eggs were, you know, Baby Yoda shouldn't have eaten these eggs, blah, 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 blah. They're the same as chicken eggs. Plus the fact that Baby Yoda ate a whole frog in the first season and no one said a word. So I don't see what the problem was. So if you eat chicken eggs and you still had a problem with Baby Yoda eating these eggs, you know, that basically means you're a hypocrite in my book. But that wasn't my problem. Neither was the problem of the Frog Lady trusting Mando. She obviously has a lot of faith in the Mandalorian.
I thought honouring one's word was a part of the Mandalorian code.
So, I mean, unfortunately, I've had to go through an unsuccessful IVF process. So I know just how much sort of thought and anxiety and stress that it causes if you're trying to go through that.
These eggs are the last brood of my life cycle. My husband has risked his life to carve out an existence for us on the only planet that is hospitable to our species.
So the Frog Lady is trusting Mando with basically her the future chain of her family, the line of her family. We don't know whether it's the last lot of her species, but we definitely know it's the end of her bloodline. And the same was for me. So, you know, that is a really stressful situation. So for Mando to then keep his promise, or to give his promise, his word, and then just basically throw the eggs in the back of a cargo hold on the floor unsecure, makes Mando look really bad in my eyes. And that's the part that I didn't like about this episode, was making Baby Yoda look like a brat and making Mandalorian look really bad at his job and not being able to keep his word. So obviously I went up to the first part. If you saw my other video, you'd know that I allow Baby Yoda to eat one egg, because after the first time he should learn, and so should Mando. Because, you know, it's all about lessons, and if we're not learning a lesson from what we do and what we say and what we see, then what's the point of having that in there, especially if it goes against the characters. So my first edit was this one.
Found them. How many did you eat?
So you see, he didn't eat the egg, and then I do the wipe. So that would have been the second egg that Baby Yoda would have eaten. But removing that stops me being really annoyed with the child, and stops me being really annoyed at the fact that Mandalorian, he didn't do anything after the first one. What he should have done is taken the canister and put it somewhere safe, secured it and locked it up. So for me, I'm going to put Baby Yoda at the age of around 5. Now, if we think about how old Yoda was at 900 when he died, and Baby Yoda's around 50, so we kind of take off a 0. So Yoda was around 90 in human years, so that would make Baby Yoda around 5. So he definitely understands what's going on. So to have him play up, in a sense, you know, kids at 5 know right from wrong, and there's no consequences. So Mando doesn't punish him or make him learn his lesson in any way. So for me to remove that second egg eating, it left me still feeling warm for Baby Yoda. So when he then goes in for the cuddle, rather than me thinking, oh, you don't deserve that, you should be in the naughty corner, it then makes me feel cute again. And that's the whole reason for Baby Yoda in the first place. So, you know, that then made that situation a little bit better for me. And then the second one was at closer to the end. Now the reason why I cut this one out is because Baby Yoda didn't learn his lesson again. So that's 3 times he hasn't learned his lesson, and 3 times that Mando didn't learn it. Now we know that he was doing some evasive maneuvers in the chase scene with the ships. So when he's doing maneuvers like this, why would you not secure the package? And this is what drives me mad in a lot of the Star Wars stuff, especially with the Millennium Falcon. When they do all these barrel rolls and everything, you know, gravity is in these ships, so things are going to be flying around all over the place, especially this one. So why would he not secure the cargo? Look, they go flying. Which again just makes him look really bad that he didn't secure the package. Now we know that the Mandalorian cares, because after the crash then he went straight to the frog lady to help her up, and then it was protecting her.
Gotta get you some blankets. Keep you warm.
You know, he might be a badass, but we also know he's got a nice kind side, which is why we kind of feel warm to him and like his character. Or that's what I do anyway.
I'll find your eggs, don't worry.
So when he doesn't get the eggs, he then goes off onto a little mission by himself. And again, I really love the fact that they used the aliens' influence with the eggs and almost the face huggers. And like I say, this is from iconic Aliens movie, which is one of my all-time favourite movies. So he doesn't get the frog lady's eggs, but he just walks off because he notices some of the other egg shapes in the background. So at this point, I was automatically thinking there's going to be a face hugger. Where's the face hugger going to jump out and grab his face? It didn't happen in this episode, but obviously it does in the following one. But for me, if he didn't eat this, he wouldn't have triggered off the chain effect and woken up all the other spiders. So it was basically Baby Yoda's fault that they all woke up and came attacking them anyway. Which brings me on to my next point. So it was Baby Yoda's fault. So when this happens, and they all start surrounding Baby Yoda, it's the frog lady that rescues him. Now we know that Baby Yoda understands, because we've seen so many different other scenes in previous episodes where we know that he understands what's going on around him. So you'd think he'd have learnt his lesson by now. So he should have learnt the fact that he's not eating eggs. He should have learnt the fact that not to walk off without Mando and cause trouble. He should have known that he's the one who kicked off all the spiders. And he should now learn that the frog lady's on his side. So he should not eat any more of her eggs. And this should be the life lesson for this episode. But we don't. Baby Yoda learns nothing, because then happens on what happens in the last scene, where they then fade away to another joke. So to allow him to eat the egg at the end means that Baby Yoda's still a little, and Mandalorian didn't learn. to eliminate that still keeps that as a kind of funny joke without him actually eating another egg, and it kind of shows that he's learnt his lesson, in my opinion. So I know these two videos were a little bit off topic, but I thought I'd clear it up because there was just so much commotion going on within the internet, and it did kind of hit a nerve for me. Now, Star Wars is more, you know, there's been a lot of people just kicking off it within the fandom and outside. A lot of people keep saying, you know, this is only fantasy, there's bigger things going on in the world. Of course there's a lot of bigger things going on in the world, but people use Star Wars, including myself, to escape those things. So to try and belittle what's going on and just say that, you know, Star Wars fans, you know, should think about the bigger picture. I don't really want to say shut up, but shut the hell up. I'm sick of the negativity that comes with this. And that's basically what I'm trying to do with this channel, is that there's loads of people moaning about loads of things to do with Star Wars. But hopefully I'm fixing those problems and people can then just move on and enjoy them again. So hopefully, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you can. And I'll promise I'll get back to the Rise of Skywalker in the next video. There's been some absolutely incredible changes in there, and I've actually taught myself a lot of After Effects, content fill, loads of different skills while I've been gone as well. So let's crack on with that project as well next. But anyway, look after yourself. You can check out any of these videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.